we go.
Here we go. We're back, brothers and sisters, people from all over the world. How are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm good.
Fine,
How
fine.
is everyone in Italy?
Uh, that's you know, everything seems to be a little bit better right now. We have a kind of a little bit of different perspective right now. I mean, we have
Yeah.
a different perspective. It seems that our life is going a little bit better. So everything seems to be a little bit lighter. So let's see how it turns in the next few days because we know we have the brand new opening of the schools. So everything is coming back to the normality, actually normality, not to normal life.
Hmm.
But yeah, and anyway, it seems to be a little bit better. I don't want to say
Hmm.
it loud, but let's see. What is it?
That's very positive to hear, and
Yeah.
really, really happy for you guys.
Let's
Um,
see what is happening. You never
yeah.
know. Because anyway, what about you?
All very good here. All very well.
Cool.
Working as usual.
That's a good thing.
So
So we
we have
have a
another
topic.
topic for this episode of
Exactly.
Talking Studio Heads.
We have a brand new suggestion from Jonathan, which is a guy who really he's a good fan of our tech studio has. Thank you, Jonathan, for that. We have
Hmm.
that suggestion. Jonathan asks if we use kind of a AI plugins like Soothe,
Hmm.
Soothe, which yeah, for Oak Sound,
The EQ, yeah.
yeah, it's an EQ from Oak Sound. Soothe 2 is a kind of dynamic EQ, which is an impressive plugin from many people out there, which seems to be a really clever plugin or a clever EQ,
Hmm.
which usually tames some nasty frequencies in our, in a spectrum. I personally don't use Soothe 2. Do you use it?
I don't either, but I use other kinds of AI supported plugins. Of
Me
course,
too, me too,
I use some of
exactly.
them.
Actually, I tested Soothe 2, and it's an amazing plugin. I didn't buy it. Actually, probably I will buy it when it is on sale in the next
Mhm.
month, because I think it's a little bit price. It's a bit expensive. It's around 200 euros right now. But I have another one which is it's a little bit different, which is kind of it's called Sculptor from
Yeah.
Isotope, which works not that way, but I really love the way it works. And another one always from my setup, which is Spectral. I can't remember which is. Just let me see the name because I got a Ableton Live right now in front of me. So okay, always a nice Spectral Shaper. I'm not sure if you knows it.
The spectral shaper, indeed.
Yes,
I have it myself.
it's an amazing plugin as well, which
Yeah.
works, yeah, which works in a similar way of Soothe, taming some necessary frequencies or from harshness from some sounds. This
Yeah.
is what it does. Do you use that kind of plugin? Oh,
I have them. I own them, and I use them every now and then on in very specific circumstances.
yeah.
Most of the time, I use that when I have acoustic takes, like
Okay.
recordings,
Yeah.
guitars, and
Yeah.
stuff. Then
Piano.
it comes in very handy. When it comes to plugins and virtual instruments, however, and
Mm-hmm.
I mean like synthesizers, and it's
Yeah.
not that usual. I think it's very usual when you have like acoustic instruments,
Okay.
sample libraries,
Yeah.
then it might come in very handy because that's the thing. You are playing some kind of facsimile of
Yeah.
a recording of
Yeah.
a string ensemble or something, and everything
Mm-hmm.
sounds like that's the principle of sampling after all.
Yeah.
In which case, these AI driven plugins might come in handy to
Mm-hmm.
take care of everything because especially in the context of doing, let's say, a movie score
Mm-hmm.
with tons of acoustic instruments,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's sample libraries or real instruments, the principle is the same. You
Okay.
have all these microphones, you have all these things, and you will need some help.
Yeah,
And this
definitely.
is where I believe these plugins come in handy.
Yeah, comes
Now,
from.
in the context of a synthesizer,
Hmm. I
I'm not
usually,
sure.
yeah, me neither. Actually, I apply a normal EQ just like
Yeah,
we always did in the last 20 years or 30 years, and it works perfectly. At least for me, I usually apply. My to go my first choice for equalizers or equalization is Pro Q. Or the Pro Q number three, you can even
yeah,
apply dynamic EQ as well, which works perfectly.
exactly.
You have an incredible spectrum analyzer and see what is happening in the spectrum analyzer, actually,
Yeah,
where the frequencies are really hashed or whatever. But in general, yeah, definitely in a virtual instrument or sometimes in a drum set as well, if there is something I don't like, I usually tame it or I usually adjust with a normal equalize EQ,
mhm,
and that's it.
mhm.
It
There
usually
is another plugin that's supposed to be free, but I'm not sure it's still available.
yeah.
It's Neutrino from
Yeah,
Isotope.
I had a neutrino. It works like a neutron. I
Yeah,
think
exactly.
it's been released just before the neutron, and it works
Yeah.
very well, actually.
Uh-huh. But whether you're using neutron elements or neutrino,
Yeah,
it's the same principle. It's just that neutrino was free,
yeah,
and
exactly.
it's a bit of a hit or a miss.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the time, it gives something you can adjust. You can start from there, but never let AI take over your mixing process.
Or
Just
choose you.
like you never let social networks rule your life,
Yeah,
or
exactly.
else you're doomed. Um, Social networks, if you leave the if you let them
Rule
take
your
over
brain.
your
Yeah,
entire life and everything,
you're gonna
they
miss
will ruin
something.
it, and you will get anxiety, social anxiety, and big depression issues. The same can be said about your music. If you let AI take over the mixing process, whatever the circumstances, if you don't have this manual, filtering and processing
Yeah.
after that, you're doomed. The mix is not gonna be nice.
I think this is not you anymore. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Even though it sounds a little bit, maybe even better than your choice, but
Mm.
trust me, it's gonna be not your music anymore. You know what I mean? It
Mm.
helps you, but at the end, you're gonna decide for you and
You,
your music as well.
you
So
know, it's another topic, but
yeah, yeah, I know.
uh, we have the likes of Lender and online mastering and stuff like this. And honestly, I keep relying on my guy from Ecus here in Brussels,
Mhm.
because he does the job in a much better way than any computer or any AI will do.
Yeah,
That's
for
the
sure.
truth.
Yeah, definitely.
That is
Agree.
just plain. I could go
Yeah,
for Ozone and or Lender or whatever, but no, I just have my music mastered by a human being,
yeah, oh,
and
definitely, definitely.
that's that's my point when it comes to AI driven stuff.
No, that's my point
It's
in general,
cool.
actually.
It's cool
Yeah,
to
definitely.
have a quick idea of what's what could be improved,
Yeah.
but I will never let these things replace the human touch.
I think you can even take it as a reference track. I mean, there is another point of view, which is not human, of course, and may help you, but this is
Hmm.
not. That's another point of view. Um, I usually apply some AI instruments. I mean, some AI effects to see how it sounds. But
Hmm.
in the end, I decide what I want to do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I usually don't take something or don't take another one or a AI decide for me. This is my point of view, definitely. So okay, think about that. This could be another.
What is your take about this? Do you use yourselves AI driven plugins or stuff in general? Could be anything.
Yeah,
All topics are really welcome. Please let us know in the comment section below,
definitely.
in all your comments on the likes of Facebook and YouTube, and also just let us know overall. We are always open, and all opinions welcome.
Exactly.
This is
And all of you are always worth it. So just let us know what you think about that. We are very happy to know you.
Thank you everyone for
Thanks a lot.
watching this other episode of Talking Steelheads with Guy Barone and
Hello,
myself.
everyone. Laurent, away. Ciao, away. Talk soon, mate.
Yeah. So see you in a further episode of Talking Steelheads, and thanks
Yeah.
for watching once again.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Bye.
Bye.